Yeah, here we go. Welcome back to Action Figure Pow Wow. I'm Jay, and joining me as always is the mighty Marvel himself, Paul Shearman.
Hello. And, how you doing?
Yeah, good to see you, dude. And
good to be back.
Captain America tonight. I found my old 1980s Captain America mask. So
I love it.
But I'll tell you what, my forehead's sweating right now, so I'm probably going to take that off. I just wanted to show it to the two fans that watch. So
I would buy a Marvel Legends of you wearing that.
It would be amazing, a Marvel Legends of me wearing this. Damn, now I want one of those. Let me just remove
custom mold, man. Custom mold.
Yeah. Look, it's all dented.
Oh, it's got the wings. Oh. It's got the wings.
There we go.
Well. That's sweet. There's the man. There's the man.
The man behind the mask.
He's back. He's unveiled.
I've got a T-shirt on, kind of like yours today. Iron Man. We're very Iron Man-ish here today, aren't we?
Very Iron Man. I've very much gone Iron Man show and tell for today's show.
You do.
There's a reason. Obviously, there's a reason that you will know about as well. Very exciting day today.
Today, yes. Today is very exciting. So, you know, there's been you've had a few figures come in recently, have you?
Yeah, so I had Shang-Chi and the Death Dealer come in last week.
Death Dealer, yeah.
Which are excellent. Really pleased with those. The Shang-Chi, I think, I've got it here actually. I think it's the best. My little bag. I think it's the best Marvel Cinematic Universe representation.
He looks so much like him, right?
That is Simu Liu. That is Simu Liu. Amazing. I'm so pleased with that.
When he really got that, because they all get their figure, he must have been chuffed to bits, right? Because you know there are a few I've seen, and I'm like, don't really look like him. Imagine that's you, and you get it. It's like, yay! It's like,
so good.
That's him.
It's perfect, right? Absolutely perfect.
It's amazing.
And the detail on the costume is excellent. It looks very much. I mean, I know with a lot of these, because they have to make these so early, they take a lot of it off the concept design.
Yeah.
But that is pretty bang on to what has been in the one. Admittedly, we've only got one promo image of it, but that is spot on.
Well, the carving on the actual mold for the body on that is beautiful, all the details, and they did a similar thing with Death Dealer. I mean, I got all my figures down that I got recently, except for Death Dealer, because I forgot that I got him recently, because I've had a few. So let me just grab him quickly off the shelf.
Yeah, let's do a show and tell with Death Dealer.
Oh, it's Death Dealer as well.
There you go.
There's my
I've currently got dagger hand and just thrown daggers.
Right. Yeah. So I had mine in about to throw dagger, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, this figure. So this figure is good to look at. The gown, which is beautifully detailed. You know, you can see the way it's got the carvings all detailed in here. Nice detail on the belt buckle and everything. I don't know if that's showing.
And then the daggers at the back,
Yeah, the daggers on the back, which are not removable. But it's not a big deal. I don't mind that, you know, because the hand has it in. There's no separate daggers.
It does. However, and we went through that with the Deadpool figure, didn't we? With the pistols on the Deadpool. We talked about that.
That one doesn't make sense.
You've got the hand.
Right, that one doesn't make sense. On this one, you could go, you know, he's got those and he had a couple more in his pocket or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But Deadpool, it's like, well, you've got guns and he's got guns. So it didn't really make sense. The biggest issue I have with this is this, really, this part.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it really hinders the movement. I don't know if if there's a way they could do this where maybe they use the cloth good down on this part, but the problem is you'd lose the carving. You'd have to print a pattern onto it rather than have it all embedded as it is here. So that
there must be a looser. There must be a looser type of plastic for it. That's I knew you'd say that. I knew exactly that.
Well, I mean, I've bent mine up a lot so that I could, you know, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it does still get in the way. Like the back part is quite thick.
Well,
up top, you know.
This will sound weird. I was thinking of you when I was unboxing this on the basis that I know you love a ninja, and I know you love to pose a ninja. And this is what I was thinking: what would Jay do with that tunic and that is clearly because it's like the hand ninja, which we had before, which I've obviously got here because I'm thoroughly prepared as well. So with the same issue with the hands of ninja as well, is that the tunic is so rigid, you just can't you can't get them crouching, get them into those raw poses.
And that was something that bugged me on that one as well. But see, on this, the problem, because this is a separate piece, you can see over the top is rubber. Now, what's been pointed out on numerous other videos is they use a lot of Ant-Man on this body. This body is an Ant-Man body underneath, right? And I think on the arm as well.
You can see it there.
The
very
ab
obvious
crunch is completely hindered. There is an ab crunch under there, but it's completely hindered.
Yeah.
So I understand what they're trying to do because you can see the butterfly was not really a butterfly joint in there, but I can see what they're trying to do by making this look like an outer robe, and it works well from that perspective.
Yeah.
I wonder though if people would prefer to actually have this as a molded piece with a cutting crunch, because the problem with a figure like this is, I know we've just seen the trailer of Shang-Chi, and apparently it's pronounced Shang-Chi, which is what I'm seeing a lot of things.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
We need to get someone that speaks Mandarin to confirm that for us. But I was going to say, there's been a few figures with these kind of tops, and it stops the movement, and we've seen him in the trailer. And he does a bit of fighting. We see him jump out of, I think, he jumps out of a helicopter or something like that.
He does,
he's like, you see a bit of hand-to-hand with the main character. You know, he's a guy that can move. You know what I mean? And when you've got a figure like this that looks great, I love how his face looks. I think it's
fantastic
so cool.
Face, isn't it?
You know,
so detailed.
But the problem you have is that you can't get this guy into those fighting poses. So if you've got him facing off against your Shang-Chi there, I have him against the comic book one up there. That comic book one's great. That moves so well, but this can't get into those poses, you know? Now, there's a little part of me, I said this to you the other day, that kind of wants about 4 of these to make them new G.I. Joe ninja baddies.
Yes.
Because I think they'll look cool with that set. Because they'll look cool, right? But again, it's like they can't. He's going to look like some geriatric old man trying to. I can't bend.
I would have happily sacrificed. I mean, that is, from what we've seen, obviously limited, but that is movie accurate, which is excellent. But in terms of being able to play around with it and pose it, I would have sacrificed that. If you've had, as you say, the molded top, so you get the ab crunch, and then this part, to just have it as a strip in the middle, and it hangs down that and the back, so it hangs down between the legs. So
lose a little bit of accuracy,
you get the effect of the tunic, so it still serves the purpose. The thing I used to talk about this with Doctor Who is, you know what Doctor is what Doctor by the silhouette. Doesn't matter, the look. Tom Baker, long coat and the hat or the scarf. You know the silhouette. With this one, you could have sacrificed that there. You would have had the silhouette of Death Dealer, but you would have been able to have the tunic, and then you could have the ab crunch, and you could have the legs. In fact, you could have had this top as it was, if that middle bit was then separate underneath, because then because you've got the ab crunch underneath, you still get it. It's there. So it's a first world problem, but this is the type of character. If you're going to pose any character in ninja poses, it's this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, it's a first world problem, but we are talking about the toys, and I think they do like the feedback, and I do get what they're going for with it, and I like it. I think it's cool, but for out of box collectors, most of the time you want to pose them and make them look cool and put them in scenarios, especially if you're getting like the dioramas and stuff, and you want to like take photos of them, and
that's got a bit of give, but.
See, I tend to do that kind of
stuff. If I left it for too, exactly, that's
with
good.
Where I bend it and have it all flapping up like that,
Yeah. And at some point, that's going to tear if you leave it for too long. But it's a missed opportunity. I think they could have thinned that out in the middle. Then you've got the twist and you've got the ab crunch, and then use the bout, because the bout is the perfect divider. The belt is the perfect divider to mold the top half, give you the waist twist, and then do it. But again, you can't fault the detail of it.
The other thing that they've, so the legs are Ant-Man legs as well, right? Although I do like the paint on here.
Yeah.
Again, what you were saying about, I mean, ninja type characters, you know, you want them to be very crouchy and stuff. But one of the things they've not done great is given him a great pivot on this part. Now, on a figure like this, where you've hampered the movement, you want that to be able to bend more, because when you pose your character, you want to have their feet planted flat on the ground, right? You don't want one that's sort of not in a natural position. So even from this pose here that I have, which is probably as far as I can get him without going nuts, I'm going to get a bit further, but I want him to stand up. This foot will not sit flat because
same here.
Yeah, because you can't pivot it enough. So, you know, these are the, I mean, I try and force it. I don't want to force it too much, but it goes, but not enough to stay. You know, I can, okay, I can get it there. I can get it there. And it's just about there, but it's not as crouched as I'd like. And these are the things that, for me, when you're putting a character like this out, the QC on it needs to be about that kind of stuff as well. You know, how are people going to pose this figure? How are they going to get them into those poses? Now, I don't know if that's the thing that goes through their mind when they do that, but it's important. I think it's important. It must be, right? Because these guys are fans too, and they play with these toys. You see them playing with them.
That's the thing. And there's no question. Exactly. There's no question it's a labour of love for them. There's no question. You can tell their enthusiasm when they're doing it. So there's no issue over that. But you know what I do. I would want I've just about got imposed. Now, I would want to leave him like that on display, because that's the type of pose you want. But that foot, that right foot, is at an absolutely inhuman angle. Yeah,
exactly.
And that's the difference, because I've got everything else I'd want from it, but that is at an inhuman angle.
Because it's almost like a pushing off angle, like it's, but he's not moving. So, you know, you probably want him in more of a ready to fight pose, something like that will be more useful. All right, anyway, so, but otherwise, I mean, that's cool. Shang-Chi looks awesome. Shang-Chi's got good posability though, hasn't he? He's got
excellent posability.
And I think that his ankles move well, and those are the new parts. All of it's new, right, on him?
Yeah.
There's no real reuse.
All new. I was really worried, first of all, with the legs, because they are just two chunks. But actually, the way they've worked the tunic here, you can see on the side, is you've got it's just low enough. You've got enough lift, so you've got perfect twist.
Yeah.
And you can bring the leg right up.
Yeah.
And the legs right out, and you can get him in absolutely perfect pose. And the hand is very pliable, so there's not too much mucking around trying to get the staff in or get it at the right angle. And he's really got some excellent posing with a lot of flexibility in the leg, and the feet very solid, and they do go, and very solid with the like the sort of Converse that he's got. So
you know, I want him for legs. I want his legs. But, you know, I always talk about the G.I. Joe, Red Ninja, and Snake Eyes as two of my favorites for their posability. So Shang-Chi, and this is including the comic book one, for some reason, one of the things I don't like about that is how much you can do the splits. You got to get him into a high kick. So with the Snake Eyes and the Red, now I'm looking up here because there's Red Ninjas up here. So I'm out there. You can actually get them doing a high kick because their legs will split apart quite far.
Okay.
So on Shang-Chi, they're quite low. This is the comic book one I'm talking about, and I think he's much the same. And I'm like, the master of Kung Fu. This guy should be, you know, able to do. You want to get him into some nice head kick poses and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
You know, but Yeah, that's cool.
But they are solid. The feet are really solid because he's just got like the Converse training on.
They're nice and flat.
It's flat, nice and flat, beautiful and flat, and there's no and it's got quite a high and quite a wide instep on it, so you can sort of tilt that back foot as well. So he stands not a lot of frustration in imposing that one. He stands up quite well, which is
excellent.
There's always there's that 10-second countdown where you're like stay, and he's fine. He's really good.
Oh yeah, well, as you can see, I've got like quite high shelves there, and it's a wooden floor, and I've had a couple of them fall. I'm like, oh no, and they always fall in slow motion. Every time they fall in slow, you go, oh, you never get there in time, and you see them hit every way down. Like, oh come on, man! And I know at some point I'm going to have one flat, and I'm going to start crying, and it will always be one that you can no longer get, or one that you can get, but it's going to cost you a shitload if you want to get it again. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, any other figures you got in the past couple of weeks? We filmed. What did we do? We filmed 2 weeks ago, didn't we? So
we filmed 2 weeks ago. So I've picked up some second-hand ones from a little shop near me, which is
you did.
Near me. It's about 45 minutes away. So shout out for the space. I'm actually going back there this Friday.
Anyone watching us from America, 45 minutes away is around the corner.
45 minutes away is around the corner. That's true. That's not a long journey at all, is it? So I picked up. Very pleased to get Strife.
Nice.
Really nice. Now the only thing's missing is the sword, which I have seen on eBay, but it's about 30 quid just for the sword at the moment. So I'm going to look around and get an equivalent and paint it up. But I mean,
maybe someone nice can 3D print one for you.
Maybe someone nice. That's not a bad shout. Oh, do you know cut the 3D printed actually? That's a really good shout. Good call.
Okay.
But yeah, this is in absolute mint condition, and this is on eBay at the moment for 150 quid, and I got this at 60.
That is amazing.
So I'm really, really pleased with that.
Does he just not know what he's got?
Do you know what? He's really reasonable with some of the things. He's a genuine collector. His shop is unbelievable. He's got every type of toy from going back when I was a kid. He's got Thundercats, He-Man, Transformers.
What's the name?
Space Bridge. So Space Bridge. So look at the Space Bridge on Facebook. I'm going back there this Friday with one of my friends, and we're going back without our kids. So it is pure browsing joy. The dream. Pure browsing joy. The absolute dream. So I'm going to be in there hours. I only got paid last week. It's a bad time to go. But I
got paid last week, and I'm going to be skint this week.
Yeah. So
as you said to me, your family don't need food.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Give them fish and chips once a week. They're fine. They'll be all right. So yeah, so very pleased with that. And I also got, I've just realised, I've not got it with me. I picked up Reed Richards' Fantastic Four. Which is now I sent you a picture of.
Oh yeah, the most recent type, right?
Yes,
the dark
10
blue,
English pounds. Yeah, no, 10 English pounds.
Brand new.
Brand new. The only thing missing out of the box was the builder figure, because he'd taken the builder figure out and sold the builder figure, which is fine. His shop, his rules. Yeah. So it was brand new, fully boxed, £10.
Wow.
And with all the accessories, so it's got the stretch hands. So Ruth is out. So I've got the She-Hulk, Doctor Doom, the Thing, and Reed Richards from that range now. So I get two. So I'm going to get the final two for that, and then that gives me the builder figure of the Super Skrull as well.
Except the part that comes from Reed Richards.
The part of Reed Richards. But I'm sure I can find that on. That's a good point. I forgot about that. But I can find that on. I'll get that on eBay.
Okay. Well,
there's always someone selling parts on eBay, builder figure part. If anyone wants to send me the Reed Richards builder figure part, please do.
Yeah, come on, nice people out there that don't need them.
Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up in the comments. So yeah.
The Reed Richards and the Sue Storm from that version, I have seen at pretty decent prices online. But the problem is, because they recently posted that Johnny Storm in the blue and white, I can't buy them now because I want that one, and I'm holding out that they're going to do them all. And you know, I said to you before how I've got Thing back there, and I wasn't going to buy another one, but when I saw that, I was like, I think it's time I got a new thing as well, because mine's got that button on the back that makes his arms, you know.
That's right. That's right.
His fingers move
yeah.
individually, so there's
That's
that.
good.
But
That's good.
I think it's time for a new thing, you know.
Treat yourself to a new thing.
Yeah, I've got to wait though. I've got to wait till they release it. And we did just see a Fantastic Four logo on the Marvel reel the other day. So
we saw a Fantastic Four logo for 2023, and we know that there's a HasLab Fantastic Four teaser, which we saw, which everyone's chat Galactus, but look, it's not. It's going to be a fantastic car. I'm pretty sure. And if you're getting a fantastic car, you need people to put in the fantastic car.
Exactly.
So,
and
let's see that wave. Let's see that.
That's what they're going to do, right? Because that's why they've already shown Johnny Storm, so you know it's coming. All we need, for me, is a Captain America, like the one behind you in that picture. I that Fantastic Four set, I think I'll have to buy them all, and they'll go well with that Retro Doom as well that we just had. So, you know,
perfectly with that Doom.
Perfect. Any others? Any others you had apart from the one?
That's it. And then I had the little 3.75 inch retro set, which we talked about in our last episode anyway. So I also dished out the Iron Man today to go with the other Iron Men that you can see here. But that's pretty much it. What about you? You had a few.
So for me,
I've got Modoc on the way.
So I obviously got Death Dealers, we just saw. I got a few old figures. So I don't know if I mentioned it before. Anyone that watches us, the sort of 3 or 4 people that maybe check in, probably see me on social as well. So my old Toy Biz Storm, her head snapped off.
Sad times.
I was very sad about that. It was just I moved it slightly and it creaked and I went, huh? And it snapped off and I was like, oh man. It never stood up properly. And actually, I have replaced it. And the problem, the hair is always very heavy, so it's top heavy. So anyway, I replaced it with the black one. You have this one.
Beautiful. Right? I have that one. Very nice. Yeah.
Feet she's wearing flats now instead of stilettos, so that's good.
Easy to understand.
Top heavy though. I don't get why they don't just make this hollow.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That's a good shout. That's a good point.
Because it's heavy. Anyway. Yeah. I like this. Got a little soft goods cape there. It's quite cool. Looks cool with all my other figures. I put the lightning on her hands, and I really like this one. So, £12. I was quite happy with that. Yeah.
And you know what?
I wanted.
What were we talking about just now? Why couldn't the Death Dealer have the same plastic that Storm's got?
Well, yeah, but the problem is because of the imprint that they done there. So if that had been painted pattern, they could have done that. But otherwise, it will look weird.
True.
The thing with her, I mean, I lost the Storm. I wanted to replace her. I'd seen this one. I told you before this even happened. I'd seen her cheap, and I'm thinking of getting her. So it was the perfect excuse to buy her because my one broke. I need that character in my collection. What am I going to do? So I got her. Then I bought Ulysses Claw because I'd seen him. Was he cheap? I think he was cheap. He might have been a little bit
really cheap, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't even really want Ulysses Claw. I wanted him because I wanted a guy in a suit.
You want the,
right?
You want the body, then, yeah.
Yeah, so he did come.
You want his body
with this waistcoat, which is rubber, but they had nice buttons on the side there to pop it off. So I took a head off, and so now I've got an Power Ranger head on there. And I made him a little mobile phone. I made that today to have him. I don't mind the tattoos. I'm like, this guy has a tattoo, but I really like this hand as well. Unfortunately, it's a single elbow joint and doesn't go past there, which is, it could have done more than that. That could have been cut away. Yeah. However, I like the character. The jacket, I could have him with the jacket on, or I could just use that for someone else at some point, which is cool. But yeah, I just want to get a few guys. And you know what I just bought as well? So when I got this figure, I was like, this is a guy, maybe he's an office worker, or maybe in some kind of scenario, he'd be at a desk or something. So I then went online and found a 1/12 scale desk and chair and bought that because he'll need that.
Awesome.
In the meantime, I made a rusty can.
That's excellent.
Out of,
that is excellent.
Toxic waste
That's
sweet
brilliant.
candy packet. Then I bought the comic book Winter Soldier. He's there. Removed
so
his rigging.
good.
Right. This is
So
actually a nice
good.
figure, but I removed the rigging. So, you know, instead I got a few old figures. I removed that because I want it for Firefly when I get him. I don't see the point
Good
of
shout.
Firefly wearing a bomb disposal jacket. He's not a bomb disposal guy. He's a bomb put her in a guy, right? So that setter, not put her in her. So you know,
he's literally a saboteur. It says it
right
on the box.
Exactly. So for me, I see a character like that, a bit sleeker, sneaking in, gonna plant the bombs and get out. This big bulky jacket is like, oh, don't mind me. Whoa. Got blown up, but luckily he had armor on, so he doesn't die. You know. But anyway, but what I was saying about Shang-Chi. This figure, look at that. You get a nice head kick with him. If Winter Soldier can do it, why can't Shang-Chi do it? Look.
Why can't Shang-Chi?
You know, so
and you know what you've done with that Winter Soldier? You've made that jacket look very accurate to what he's actually wearing in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Just a sort of stripped down version or Infinity War version. Excellent.
Yeah. And, you know, I kind of like this figure. It's nice looking. It's quite plain, but I've seen quite a few people use the legs for some, you know, G.I. Joe customized Kit Bash figures and stuff like that. But yeah, I like this figure. It's nice. It's got good movement on it, good like crunches forwards and back, and you know, it's got that is a double elbow. I had to pop his arms off to get the rigging off. So take the head and the arms off, but just got the hairdryer on those, and they come straight off and back on. Perfect. So yeah, he's nice. I mean, I've been wanting to get him for a while because I wanted that actual chest piece, and I wasn't really too bothered about having him. But once I got him in hand and I played with him a bit, he's quite fun. The only issue I have is I don't really like his neck that much. It's like it could do with having a double movement on it, I think. It kind of looks weird. But, you know, if I eventually get the cap that I want, got Bucky. So
there he goes.
That's a win right there. So I got him, had him, and then I had 3 figures arrive today. The last one we're both going to talk about. 3 arrived today. So my first was Star Wars: The Black Series, Bo-Katan.
Oh, look at that! Brilliant.
Look at that face. The
so
real face.
Accurate. Amazing.
Yeah. The real. I think I need to do that. You can see it better there.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, the real face that they use is brilliant. Obviously, she's got a helmet here. It's got the old the rangefinder that moves up and down. Fits onto her head nicely, so she can wear it.
Do you know what? Star Wars Black Series are so good.
They are and they aren't, because for some reason, Star Wars Black Series. Oh, I need to dunk this arm in boiling water because it's fused straight, but so I can't do that one. But they make their figures single elbows only, and she's she's a single knee as well. So they twist at the hand and everything, but they don't get the double. I mean, I know with her she's got a bit of armor on, so you can forgive that. But in the beginning, they all had double elbows, and then after a while they changed them to singles for some reason. They do have a knee pivot as well as the upper leg, so theirs works a little bit differently from the Legends and the Joes. They're cool. They are cool figures. The problem is that when you have, you know, like I have a few different ones. I have the Black Series, the Legends, and the Joes. It's that thing we always say. You find in some they do some really cool things. For example, the head I used on Ulysses' Claw is from Power Ranger. Now, I really like these Power Rangers. They're really posable. They're so good. You know, you get these
look at
good
that
old
knee
ninja
joint.
poses.
Yeah. Wow,
You
that
know,
is.
so these are cool figures. And it leaves me wondering why you can have a figure like this. This is quite new and less posable than the others. A female, so maybe single elbow joint is the standard, but not for long. But yeah, she comes with a couple of removable pistols that they fit into a holster nicely there, and removable jetpack, which pops on and off.
See, so why can't Deadpool have removable pistols?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, for the Deadpool one, to me, it just didn't make sense to have him like that. But yeah, with her, so I sort of just have her holding her helmet, because I think that I like the face they've done for Katie Sackhoff so well that I'm kind of like, I'm probably going to keep her with the helmet on.
So good. Yeah, so absolutely. Do it justice. That's right. It does.
Yeah, and so their photo real stuff they do with the Black Series is excellent. It really is. So I got her, and then I got a Deluxe.
Just out of interest, is the Din Djarin character, the Mando, is that a removable head and it's Pedro Pascal?
There is one, yeah, and it looks really bad. It's like Pedro Pascal if his face got hit by a car. It's like it's all flat and wide, and for me with the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, I actually like his armor that you see at the beginning of season 1 more than his silver Beskar armor. So the only one I've ever bought is that one. I never bothered buying the other one. And it was really just because, I mean, I've been phasing out of doing Black Series figures as much, just because I got most of what I wanted. There's a couple here and there coming that I want. Like I've got there's the Greedo that looks like the Kenner one on order, which I told you about this again. Amazon up to their old tricks. Now, I don't know if this is an Amazon exclusive. I think it is, because I haven't seen it anywhere else. I've only seen it on Amazon. So I put in an order for it, a pre-order for it a while back, and it gave me a date, which was I think it was last Tuesday it was meant to come.
Right.
And all the way through it kept saying, yeah, it's going to be delivered on this day. Then on Monday night, it said, will be delivered tomorrow by 10 p.m. And I'm like, cool. I'm not going to open it because I've only got the one coming, and I kind of, it's in the same packet that the original one was in. And I'm like, I kind of want to keep it like that. Although I do want to play with it, but at the same time, I'm kind of I'll keep it like that, because it's actually the same figure as the other Greedo. They haven't done it accurately to the Kenner one. The Kenner one had boots on. This one doesn't. He's wearing trousers, and I'm like, you know, there's enough Legends where you could have reused the part off a Legends figure
easily
and made it look like that.
100%.
So, you know, anyway. So it gets to Tuesday, and I'm saying, it gets to the evening. I'm like, where's my figure? So I go on Amazon, and it says, we'll notify you when we have a delivery date. And it stayed like that ever since. So I'm like, hold on a minute. And I got the old, you can cancel this if you want. It's almost like they want me to. And I'm like, hold on a minute. You waited until the day I'm meant to get it to tell me that I can't get it? That's just cruel.
It is Amazon. I'm telling you, it's Amazon. Because
you know what? It's weird, because Amazon generally with everything deliver perfectly for me. But it's been Deadpool and it's been this now. Figures.
But I've had I bought I got the red, the retro Spidey that we love.
Yeah.
I got that from eBay. I paid 40 quid for it, but it's well worth it. And I haven't unboxed it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to, because the box is a little bit slightly warped. It's in perfect condition, but it's slightly warped. So I thought, well, will I unbox it? Will I or not? So I've left it. So I currently haven't unboxed it. But about a month ago, I think I messaged you.
We both ordered him.
Yeah.
I haven't checked.
What have you got? Because all I get now is we're still trying to obtain your order.
Oh, God.
I've had that 3 times in the last 3 weeks. We're still trying to obtain your order. Look now. There you go. This is live and it's happening.
You're about to see something possibly bad happen to somebody.
So it's gone from delivery date pending to we notify you in the order dispatch to now nothing.
So
We're still trying to obtain your item.
Mine has stayed the same. I expect to get your email in the next week. Mine from the day I ordered it said expected by May 12th, my wife's birthday. So happy birthday. Oh, look what I got.
Happy birthday. I mean, that'd be a hell of a present for you if it arrives. A hell of a present for you. And you say, what, don't you want it?
But that means that at some point on her birthday, I'm going to become quite pissed off.
Yeah, well, exactly.
What's wrong? Nothing. I hope you're having a good day.
I do not think you'll get it next week.
Yeah,
but this might be the reverse because I got the Deadpool and you didn't. So if you do get it, I hope it does come.
Maybe.
So when your wife has an even better birthday, she's going to be a lucky girl if that arrives. You get that on that day.
If I do get that,
party time.
Yeah. But that one, that's the one I'm going to unbox. That's why I've bought it, and I'm itching to get this figure because all I see is people say, even now on videos that I watch of other toy collectors. I watched one the other day. Sharmus Prime did a live, and during that, someone said something about Spider-Man, and he was like, "If you don't know what one to get," and he had it on the wall behind him. He goes, "If you don't know what to get this one. It's the best one. It's the best, like Spider-Man." You know, and they were asking Maplex ones and all that kind of stuff. He's like, "No, buy that one." And I'm just like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get my hands on this. I can't wait to just get that out of a packet and just pose him and you know." And I've made some webs for him and you know.
I was just seeing it awesome. Yeah. I'm still going to unbox this one. If this order goes tits up from Amazon, I'm still going to open it because the box is not perfect enough for me to sell on. If I ever decide to sell on for any reasonable, I wouldn't feel right because I want it to go to another collector that gets
well, you want to sell something. Someone buys it, you want to buy something good from you, right?
Yeah.
No,
so in a way, I'm almost relieved that this box is not in good nick because I'm going to open it.
It's made you open it.
It will make me open it. I'm going to open it.
It forced your hand.
What can I say? It wants me to open it. It wants me to take it out and wants me to put it with my Iceman and my Firestar and my Doc Ock and my Mysterio and my Green Goblin.
I did just see Firestar pop up again the other day on Pulse, I think. I'm sort of like, oh, you know what, I might buy it.
I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, considering it's literally the plain yellow spandex with the red, I'm really pleased with the figure.
Some of these figures look great in hand though, right? Okay, so I will go on to the other one that I got today.
Yeah.
And this was a deluxe figure. This one I got was the Star Wars The Black Series again, Deluxe Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. So this one is here. Okay. So now,
oh my god!
What I have next to me, you can see his rocket pack there. Oh, I'm going off camera.
Look at it, perfect.
You have Boba Fett there, and I also have here in my other hand. This is the other one. This is the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. So this is the deluxe.
Yeah.
This is the previous release. Okay.
Wow.
So the deluxe.
Look at that deluxe.
The deluxe, obviously being the Return of the Jedi costume, the costume's different colours, so this looks great. You've got the red gauntlets and you've got the red belt under here on the let's move his arms apart. On the Empire Strikes Back one, he had a more of a brown belt down here. He had these pouches to the front. On this, they're to the side on a belt that actually moves a bit, right? So this gives his legs more freedom to move, whereas this one didn't. This one had a holster with a removable pistol. This one doesn't, But differences. Empire Strikes Back one, from posability point of view, he's got his elbows don't go up as far as the deluxe one. The rocket pack is a static piece, whereas on the deluxe one, the rocket comes out. You can pop that off, so you can have it look like he's fired it already, or you can just have it in there. I'll probably keep that in. And the jets, they move, so you can angle them to a flying pose if you wanted to. on the Empire Strikes Back one, he had a soft good cape, which was quite cool because you could, you could have his arm down and drape it over if you wanted, or tuck it back or stuff like that. On this one, it's a plastic cape. It's a really nice. Now this perfect for the tunic. This is a lovely soft. Look at that.
Look at it.
It's a really
looks better.
soft piece. This
it looks glorious there.
This type of plastic on this guy's tunic would have worked well, right? Because it moves lovely. The other difference as well, you can see on.
Just pop back up, the detail on the helmet is amazing on the new one.
There's a lot of. I think my light might be causing a bit of a. I got a J.J. Abrams lens flare going across my screen. That's still not.
There we go.
But yeah, you can see.
That's okay. Yeah.
A lot more scarring and stuff on there compared.
Love it.
That one's still good.
That was decent. That was decent.
I'll tell you what, the dent on his helmet on the Empire one is far more prominent than on this one. You don't see as much silver in there. And you see, obviously, you've got the yellow marks. He has the red marks. One of the other things you notice on the Empire one, these are molded. They're part of it. Yeah. So his arm just moves with those. His arm goes, He's got his Wookiee scalps there. This one, they're actual rubber separate pieces. And actually, the jacket itself is a whole separate rubber piece.
Perfect.
You can see it there.
That's so good. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
He's got quite good.
Definitive BOBA Fett.
He actually gets a good crunch as well, considering he's got that jacket on. I do like how that attaches. It's got the hook back there. Yeah. See, it's got got the clasp,
details there,
and it actually goes in. So you can have him without it, you can have it with it, and there's holes where all of those clasps are, and it fits into those, which is cool.
That's very cool.
It does have a standard. It's a single knee joint, goes up to there, pivots at the knee, and pivots up top.
Yep, that's good. And he's not known for his ninjutsu anyway.
Ankle rockers. He can get into good poses like this, so it's fine for him.
So if you had him in flying pose, you'd have the legs that are good.
Yeah, you could get him into a good flying pose, definitely. And also, he can bring the gun up to aim, and the head moves enough.
That is perfect.
The other thing is, on this figure, that comes down as well, the rangefinder.
Like Bo-Katan. So, excellent.
Yeah. The only thing with this figure, and it's not just me, this is pretty much everyone I've seen that had this figure, when you get him out of the packet, his helmet is squashed, and you need to put his head in boiling water for about 10 seconds. Just give it a little squidge, and it pops back into its original position. The other thing that they're doing with Black Series figures at the moment, and if you heated this up, you would be able to do it. It is glued in. I wonder if I can show you. Under there, can you see? There's actually a head. It's an unpainted head. And from ones that I've seen people remove on clone figures, so I'm going to guess it's the same as him. It's actually a Tamura Morrison head. It's just not painted. For whatever reason, I guess if you wanted to remove it and paint it, you could. I assume the top of it is going to have a bit missing. Apart from that, he comes with a whole bunch of extra stuff. So, I mean, it is a deluxe, so you do get lots of extra bits and pieces. Now I've got to make sure, because I've put them all in my my box of goodies, so it's all mixed together. But he comes with some booster jets. So, you've got those. You can fix them in. I'm not pushing it too hard, but you can slot them in there so that he can fly. See that? Yeah. So you can have those in there. He comes with a grappling hook, which has a little clip. So it just, I've got him in a pose, but it clips onto his wrist basically on there. So you can have him, have a
Seriously
grappling
impressive
hook
figure.
flying out.
Seriously impressive figure.
He also comes with, oh, this is quite cool. He comes with this for his flamethrower. We'll move that out. So you can put him into a pose, and it's shaped to go over the flamethrower there.
Oh, beautiful.
So that he has fire coming out of it.
Awesome.
Right? Which is quite cool.
That's so cool.
And I think he came with, did he come with one more? I think that might be it. Yeah, I think he just came with 2 boosters, that and the grappling hook. And oh no, he did come with one other thing. Because obviously it's the Return of the Jedi version.
Yeah.
So if you remember in Return of the Jedi, on the sail barge, he bumps into a guy called Luke Skywalker. So you get his gun, but you get his gun again that's in half with a little yellow glow on it where it's been cut. But also, you can fix that together as well.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
That's a nice little touch they added there.
That is a seriously impressive figure.
So overall, comparing it, I mean, on the Empire one, actually, just looking at it, that is also a separate piece of the jacket.
Yeah.
But comparing the two, it is a far better figure. It is far better. And the good thing is, I mean, the Empire Strikes Back one, I have, so this one came out of the carded 40th anniversary box. I have this figure in the original black and orange packaging. I think, so I've got one boxed in there. This doesn't move on this, by the way. Okay, I have one unboxed like this as well. And then I've got the white prototype one. So my daughter's been eyeballing this for quite a while. It's going to become her BOBA FETT, and she isn't going to find out that this one's better.
Keep that bad boy hidden. That is a seriously impressive BOBA FETT.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And on a day like this, that would have been the figure that I would have been just super excited about, and I would have been gushing over it and playing with it constantly and posing it. But there's one other figure that landed in my hand today and landed in your hands today.
Did indeed.
And yours is in its box.
Mine is in its box, and
mine's out of its box.
I knew it would be, and I was going to ask you that. I knew it would be. This is my Jedi discipline about myself, where I kept it in the box today.
Oh, dude, this figure to me, I love this figure. This figure, the word that I can use to describe this figure is fun. This is just a fun figure.
Look at it. Look at it. I mean, this is definitely coming out of the box, by the way. This one is never coming out of the box.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, here's the problem that I have with this figure. I want to buy another one to make sure that I've got another one. Because, so this to me is my childhood Iron Man. This is what he looked like when I was a kid. I remember him in comics looking like this.
Yeah.
The colours are great. I think that the video is not going to do it justice. It looks a bit washed out. But in reality, it's bright and it pops.
Bright, 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 bright. Oh.
The posability on this figure is fantastic. And it's a different plastic than your other figures.
Okay.
I noticed. It's a harder plastic.
Which is the same
shiny plastic.
So it is a straight up repaint of this one.
Of that one.
Yeah. Because I've obviously spent most of the day going,
and I'm guessing the stealth one is the exact same figure as well.
Stealth one is the same one, that's right. Is the all black with the blue trim on it, which better gives you a Tony Stark head on the stealth one. I've obviously just got the AI one.
Because now I need to buy the damn stealth one.
Yeah, I've got that on the way.
I'm probably going to put in an order for it.
I'm just like you with this one. When I took that out of the box this morning, and I love it. And Star, I got some Star, and Star's packaging is the best.
Yeah, great
of all. And they lifted back that little green bubble wrap,
recyclable bubble wrap.
Recyclable bubble wrap. There it was, right on the top. And again, it is exactly like, and this is going to take me back. This is why I bought these ones. Takes me back to my youth, my child. The original
and again,
Secret Wars
the
figure.
only thing with this one, because it's AI Iron Man, he has the blue arc reactor and all that, but the correct one wouldn't be blue. If you were using him as just Iron Man from the 80s, it would not be blue,
have like that
it'd
one.
be yellow.
No.
Yeah. So the way you've got it there, so when I got this and I had it in its box and it's got the AI head on, right? And I looked and I was like, okay, well, that's coming off straight away, because I want it as my Iron Man. I don't want it as an AI Iron Man. And so I took it out. I took the head off, right? This could have been tragic, right? So I took the head off, and then I tried to put this one on, and it wouldn't go on. It's too stiff, and I was like, I'm either going to break the peg, because I was trying to push quite hard.
Oh no!
So I was like, okay. So I got my hair dry, and I'm holding it, and I had it set to hot, and it's like it's burning my hands. Like I can't do it, right? So I put his head like a mafia guy in a clamp, right? And
no.
But as I was doing it, the clamp slipped and it pinged off. And I had a crack on the floor. I was like, oh no, my Iron Man. And I thought it was all scuffed up and everything. Luckily it wasn't. And then after that, I just heated it up, and then it went straight on, no problem.
Oh man, you are giving me traumas now about opening this one then.
Well, I would just say that if it seems like it's not going to go on easily, just warm it up a little bit and it'll go on, no problem.
Yeah.
But this figure just brought me so much joy today. I'm wondering if he's a little bit loose here because I've been posing him so much. I've been playing with him all day. Like I sit at this desk while I work, and in between calls and stuff like that, I've just been sitting posing him and getting him into all kinds of different poses, and then taking a photo of him. And I had one where I had him standing behind Phone Guy, and Phone Guy's kind of like that, and I have Iron Man faded in the background, and Phone Guy looking at his phone, kind of going, in a minute, like don't disturb me, kind of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll take some more pics. And it's just one of those. This to me, right? This is what toys are about, right here. Having this figure in my hand was like Christmas. I got it out and I was like, oh man, it's so cool. I started to pose it, and I was just like, I'm having absolute fun the whole time I'm posing.
That's the point, and that's why we do this. That's the point.
Kudos to, obviously it is a repaint, so they've done it before, but I don't have that one. So kudos to the Marvel Legends team when they put it together, but then also for actually putting it in these colours, because this is my Iron Man.
Yes. See, I'm having this with my Silver Centurion.
Yeah.
Because that is from when James Rhodes was in the armour, and then Tony took over in this one, and I will have them up again. Oh, we've got my place.
That Ironmonger.
Obadiah Stane, the Ironmonger. Nice. I will have them fighting up against that, and that is comic heavy. And we talked about this before, and when I reviewed this one before, I don't need this one to be. Here's the Endgame War Machine, Iron Patriot. Now there we go. Put it with that Thor, perfect. Now that is like a real armor that. You can see the circuit plates and all that within it. I want that because that's based on meant to be a live action figure.
Yeah.
I want comic book. I want the beauty and the joy of comic book, and that's what we get. And did you have that with the Thor there then?
Yeah. I had him posed with Thor earlier. I had them standing together because I was like, hey, Iron Man and Thor, and Thor kind of is massive next to him, so it looks really cool. Like this one even comes with blaster hands and stuff like that, which I haven't actually changed over yet. They're all still in their box. So much you could do with photos. The only thing with this, and you probably want to give it a wipe down every so often, because it's made of this shiny plastic, and so I can see on the back, well, you can't really see it on the camera, but on the back here where I've been handling it a lot, it's kind of gone a bit dull. No, not finger
Oh,
paint. It's gone a bit dull where,
Oh, okay.
you know, I've been handling it a lot. And I think just give it a bit of a wipe with a, you know, like a little paper towel or something like that.
Yeah.
And it'll just buff it up a little bit. But, you know, the plastic's nice, shiny plastic. And
this is so good.
Great.
This goes into my retro Secret Wars set now.
Yeah.
This is the newer version of that, the update version of that. It's
dude,
perfect.
You need to get him unboxed, dude.
I am.
Get him unboxed. He's going to be on one of your videos, isn't he?
I'm going to do one of my videos. And also, I do that also because I could sit in isolation. Yeah. And I make that video, and they're only 6-7 minute videos. Who've got 6-7 minutes of their lives to waste watching me talk more nonsense on Marvel Legends.
I watch them. I waste 6 or 7 minutes of my life.
Oh, that's very kind of you. And for me, I'm there about another hour afterwards, just playing around with that.
Oh yeah.
And so it's the absolute joy of doing that. So I got this morning. I waited in. I took the kids to school, and I got my Royal Mail delivery saying it was coming between 8 and 12. I had a meeting at 11, so I knew I got back from school, and I thought I didn't have to be in work, physically in a building for a couple of hours.
Right.
So I thought I'm good. So I logged in, paced the living room, kept looking out the window, and then he arrived, and I was like, I've got like 10 minutes. So I took it out, geeked over it, played around with it, and then very disciplined, put it away for tonight so we could talk about it. And then I'm going to spend a lot more time when I've got actual time to just zoom this around the living room. Dude, and just fight against Obadiah.
You get him. I took a photo, I put it on Instagram earlier on, and I got him into like a flight pose, right? And you know, I just put a bit of wire behind him and held it up and then took a photo. But you know, you can put him into really, really great poses, and you know, you can have him like like straight out of the comics.
Amazing. You know? Has he got holes in the feet?
In the feet, yeah.
Yeah, great. Because I'm going to put him on. You can see here, I've got him on Iron Man 2020 on his Stark. I'm going to put him on his boosters then.
Yes, yeah. You'd be able to do that. Yeah. And you know, it's just a great figure. You know, I did something really stupid today. So we've mentioned a few times about intercepting your figures, right, from the postman. Right? So I intercepted all of my figures today, secret deliveries, right? Some people might understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So then, my cousin's husband sent a WhatsApp message earlier on saying, "Oh, I forgot. May the 4th be with you." To which I replied, "Oh yeah, and to you." And I went, "Oh, here's my May the 4th deliveries," and I sent him a picture of those, and realised that it sent it to a group, so my interception didn't work. Now it was fine because nothing, you know. The pre-orders is a thing, and it's known about. But I was just
all
like,
that effort.
"Oh, come on, man, really?" I was like, "You couldn't have just sent it directly to me."
You just undid all the good work you did. Because I've had 2 interceptions in the last week. I intercepted Shang-Chi and Death Dealer. They arrived together, good size box. And Iron Man A.I. this morning intercepted. I've got MODOK on the way in the next week or so, but 2 weeks or so, and that's going to be a big box because that is the deluxe edition of MODOK. So
yeah, you've got to get on that one.
Box. And then I've got Dormammu, Red Skull, and the white costume Doctor Doom arriving all at the same time. And then I'm going to have
lots to talk about for the next episode.
Loads to talk about in the next episode. Yeah. Loads of stuff coming in, and I've got a little trip to my little second-hand dealer as well.
So you'll have about like £600 worth of figures.
I'm set.
Bought there tomorrow. Yeah. So you know what? So everything I've shown today, I've intercepted. Absolutely everything. they all don't exist.
Prove it. You can't prove it.
Although now we've got it all in lovely video footage.
I know my wife
YouTube.
is not listening to this. She will not be listening to this. I made her subscribe, but she's not listening to it.
Yeah. Get a subscription. Just don't watch the videos. you wouldn't like them. It's not your cup of tea, love.
Exactly.
Right, well, dude, anything else you'd like to cover this evening?
No, I will seriously say how impressed I am with that Boba Fett, though. That is fantastic.
Yeah, and as I say, if it wasn't for that Iron Man arriving today, this would have been my number one figure.
I think that's beautiful. I really do.
I was very excited about getting this one. I've been looking forward to it. And then when I got my delivery notice, it came up with that at the same time. And I was like, oh, and I nearly bought the modular Iron Man.
Yes.
And I'd been saying to you for, when's that one coming? This is the one that I've been going on about. When's it coming out? And then as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh, that's the one I've got to buy. So I then became very excited about having this Iron Man at that point. And, they just happened to come on the same day. So I actually got another notice today. Star Action Figures sent me a notice to say that I've got my Asajj Ventress coming. So she'll be here not tomorrow, the day after. And they've got my Moira McTaggart packing and ready to soon. So I'm guessing in a couple of days that I might get a notification of that. So I should have those two coming. And I'm sure.
Can you not put that in a WhatsApp group, though? Can you not put that in a WhatsApp group, though?
I'll try. Self-sabotaging, right?
That's amazing. That is self-sabotaging.
But I'm guessing that by the time we next record, I'll have gone and just bought a whole bunch of other toys anyway, because I have absolutely no self-control and no willpower. The moment I get them, they come out of their box. I actually am hoping that by the next time we talk, I've got a retro Spider-Man. But I hope yours comes too, because we want to play with those together. Well, you'll unbox one anyway. You'll have one unboxed.
I will unbox
anyway.
it. That's the thing. If yours comes, I'm unboxing because I know it's going to happen. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
and it's not like I haven't got one to be able to do it. So that will inspire me to just open. And I'm pretty much there anyway, because the box is not. I wouldn't feel comfortable selling that to someone. Face value, sure, but I wouldn't feel comfortable selling that. I was looking actually over my Captain America, like the 80th Iron Man there, it's currently going for £75 on eBay, but I'm never selling that. Also,
who is the Iron Man or the Captain America?
The Captain America one.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm never opening that.
And that's what I'd like to have that one, but for that price, I would never open it. So what's the point? No. I've got that other one, the one that's coming with the bike. It's the Captain America First Avenger one.
First Avenger, same there.
Yeah, I have that posed for a while, but really, I want your traditional style hat. And one more thing, actually.
This makes me think we're getting one. This makes me think we're getting a capsule.
Me too. And I mean, how good will that retro Spider-Man look posed with this and with Thor? But there was one more thing to talk about. Obviously, we had the Falcon and Winter Soldier reveals.
Yes.
So out of those, I ordered Loki not because I want Loki in casual clothes. We all know why I ordered him. And if that ends up going down cheap, I'll order a couple more. They're repaintable. So I ordered him. I ordered Zemo because I want Zemo. He will always be posed with his mask on.
Oh, Zemo. Without doubt. I'll probably throw the head away.
So his head will be bystander head. Don't throw the head away.
Yes.
You don't throw heads away.
That's true. Right, that was a swear word, wasn't it?
That'll be bystander head. Who else did I order? I ordered Scarlet Witch. I didn't go for Vision.
Yeah.
I almost went for Vision, but I was kind of like, I think I just want a standard Vision. So I'm going to wait for that. I ordered 3 or 4. And the other one I ordered obviously was US Agent. Now, I really do hope that the version that we've seen, the black and red one, is almost like a prototype one, because they've reused the head from the blue one, right? So he's got the A on there. Well, he doesn't have an A. Even like in the show, he doesn't have an A on there. And then, as you pointed out to me, on the box, it's like the show he's got the white,
It's
but on
the
the
show
figure
one.
he didn't have the white, which I'm
No.
kind of like, that's something they could fix, right? They could
It
fix
worries
that.
me. Yeah, it worries me that they've gone for one of the. We talked about this earlier. They've gone for one of the concept drawings,
But it is just a
designed
repaint of the
before.
blue one, right? It looks identical.
It is, that looks to worry. I mean, that's the original US agent
I want that now.
with the shield. That, and then I've got the original comics version of the Sam Wilson Captain America.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to getting the new version.
With wings or without wings? Does it come with wings?
I've ordered. It comes with. So the builder figure is the wings
on the new one.
On the new one,
yeah,
this didn't come. No, this didn't come with wings anyway. This
right,
didn't have wings with it. Just had the shield with it.
Yeah, yeah. The builder figure is the wings on the new one, and they're posable. They're posable wings, so you can fold them over and stuff like that.
I've ordered 4 of the set from the new wave, so I'm going to have to order the other 2 to get.
Who have you not ordered?
So I didn't order Loki.
Okay.
And I didn't order Bucky.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to get them for the sake of it because I want the wing. But the other thing I have seen, I've seen a few pictures of, but I haven't seen any release dates for yet, is the Diamond Select version of the Sam Wilson Captain America. Looks incredible.
It does. The only problem with the Diamond Select ones is obviously he'll be a giant next to everyone.
7 inch, he'll be bigger than everybody else. That's right.
I mean, I've got that Hulk coming, the Diamond Select one, and that is actually one of the figures I'm most excited to get.
And now, awesome.
And now with him, potential retro Spider-Man, Thor, and that big Hulk, because Thor's massive, right? And then you got that big Hulk, and then you know, the only issue I have with Thor, I said to you before, is the lack of movement on the head, which you can do if you lift up his hair. You can turn his head, you know, and it goes over. Which I'm going to snap it now. Yeah, you can get him. You can get him turned.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, that's really quite annoying to have to do that whenever you want to pose him. That's one issue with this figure. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, so he's massive. You know, so imagine that Hulk behind him hulking over.
Awesome.
I just need a cat to go with them, right? It looked great. But yeah, the US agent figure is one that I'd really like to see, not as we see. I'm hoping that it's great changed. And they did exactly what I said. If you want the unmasked head, then you have to have the blue one too. So while I was going to cancel it, I was like, I guess I've got to keep that one.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it is a business at the end of the day. But yeah, so now I'm going to be stuck with a blue one who I'm like, what am I going to do with him? Like, I've got the one in black who's going to be posed. What am I doing with this blue one? I can't use him as Captain America because, like, well, that's Walmart Captain America. So, you know, he's just a figure that's going to be sat there on the side. He'll just be sat there on the side,
his ass.
You know? And then what about the shield? I mean, the US agent that we saw didn't look like he had a shield.
No shield. No shield with the in the actual TV series at this stage that he did. Well, they basically in the comics he swapped shields with the one that Steve was given when he was the captain, was the one from Wakanda that T'Challa gave him. So he swapped shields. But I'm sure the next time we see the US agent in whatever live action format that may be, he'll have a shield.
Of course he will, because then they can give us another figure and then we have to buy it. And you know what they'll do? This figure will be the reused one. And then they'll go,
and that'll be
now we've got a new one that's got the white on it. It doesn't have the A on there because, you know, you've got to see it properly. And you can buy that one as well if you want.
Yeah. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And people like me will cry and my family will go without food.
They will go without food. But they'll go over it.
I'll eat.
You'll eat. You'll be fine. You order it. You'll get your rules.
Right. Okay. Anyway, I think that we've covered everything so far this week now. So
good chat.
Great
to
talk to you again. I guess be another sort of 2 weeks, and then we'll have another episode coming up.
Keep an eye out for us. We'll have more goodies to show you.
Yep, we'll try and keep them coming. So before we go, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at Cosplay Podcast Geek, or Mighty Marvel Mix is where I do most of my stuff, and Mighty Marvel Show on YouTube. But predominantly, give us a lot of love on this one. That'd be great. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
go and find us both on Old Chums Geek Chat as well. It's fun.
Yeah, give us a like, a subscribe, comment. We love to hear from you if you like what we're talking about, or if you don't, still tell us. And if you
tell us anyway.
If you want to hear about other toys, or wherever, just drop us a line. Let us know what you think. If you think that the show should be shorter, longer, more often, less often, whatever, just say something. If we just
do you want us to buy more action figures? Not a problem.
Fund us. But if you've got questions, we'll try and answer them. Just be good to hear from you guys. You can find me on Instagram at Spartan_X_1, and I'm on Twitter at 1933 Eagles, and you can find me at JTank on Facebook, and of course Old Chums Geek Chats is where you'll find us talking
all this nonsense from us.
All
this love.
There's hundreds of people on there. They should all be liking and subscribing to this damn video. Right, anyway.
Yes, come on, Old Chums.
So 2 weeks, and we'll catch you all for another powwow.